Welcome back to Wellness Talks with Lolo, the podcast dedicated to helping you reclaim your life and rise from the ashes of a toxic relationship. I'm Lorianna Steele, your host, a certified holistic life and wellness practitioner, coach, and educator. Today, we're diving into the powerful combination of life and wellness coaching and breath work to restore wellness after a toxic relationship. If you were ever in a toxic relationship, you know how messed up your entire body and nervous system can be when you get out. That's why getting out is just the first step to truly being free. Join me each week as we talk about various holistic wellness solutions to restore your well-being, build a healthy and thriving life, and form new healthy relationships after getting away from someone that never deserved you in the first place. Come on, my beautiful flock. Y'all rise up like the empowered phoenix you are and show the world your colors. All right, my beautiful phoenix flock. Before we get started, I want to share a quick story with you. Now, one of my clients, let's call her Sarah, okay? She came to me after ending a very deeply toxic relationship. And, she felt lost and she was anxious and just really disconnected from herself. All right. And so together, through the work that I provide, we incorporated coaching and breath work, and Sarah completely transformed her life. She started rediscovering her strength and reclaiming her joy. This episode is inspired by her journey and countless others who have found healing through these methods. So let's understand the impact that a toxic relationship has on your whole life, because it can leave deep scars on your emotional, mental, and physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, your entire social life, your occupational life, intellectual. Okay, the list goes on. We have 7 dimensions of wellness, and we're not just some of our parts. Okay, we're a whole thing, right? There's lots to us. We're very complex creatures, and the constant stress, the manipulation, and the negativity, this can lead to really toxic environments in your body. And that can lead to chronic anxiety and depression, and even really some physical health issues like headaches and fatigue and some digestive issues, right? Now, a lot of survivors of toxic relationships, they struggle with self-loathing and self-sabotage and codependency as well. A lot of times they're blaming themselves for the abuse. They're blaming themselves for leaving and putting their ex off onto someone else for them just to turn around and do it to somebody else. They blame themselves for what they put their ex through when they left, any pain or whatever they think their ex might be going through, even though they brought it on themselves. There's a lot of guilt and personal blame, and they find it challenging to trust themselves and trust others. So this can lead to a cycle of really unhealthy relationships and behaviors, making it really crucial to address these issues holistically. So breaking free from this toxic cycle, it's going to require more than just time. You hear me say that all the time. If you've been around long enough, you will hear me say that time is not enough. If time was enough to heal our wounds and break cycles and do what we need to do, then we wouldn't need therapists and psychologists and coaches, and the big pharma would be out of business. Maybe that's a good thing, but I won't go down that tangent today. I've already done that. But none of us would be in business because time isn't enough. It requires a conscious effort to heal and rebuild. And this is where life and wellness coaching combined with breath work, and now I also offer sound healing. And so all the holistic modalities that I offer, Ayurvedic nutrition and aromatherapy and all these things, energy work, all of this together in any piece of it or in a combination, a comprehensive approach, all of these things can make a significant difference. So let me just break down a little bit, first and foremost, what life and wellness coaching actually is, because I think there's a lot of confusion around that. So what is it? Well, at its core, life and wellness coaching is a collaborative process where a coach is going to help you identify your goals and overcome your obstacles, your fears, and create actionable plans and steps to help you achieve the life that you desire and reach the goals that you have set. And so a coach is I'm basically in your back pocket when you work with me. I'm pretty much always available. And so we're a sounding board. We help you process things. It it we provide personalized support. A life and wellness coach provides personalized support, helping you navigate the challenges, in my case, post-toxic relationship recovery. So a coach is going to hold you accountable and offer new perspectives and empower you to reclaim your life. Because if you think about it, that's one thing that a lot of survivors have lost is their power. And so by using coaching, there is a certain element of cheerleading almost that goes into this that you might not get elsewhere, that enables you to really see your own power that is within you, but a lot of times that fire gets snuffed out, and we need to relight it. So coaching's not about giving advice. It's about guiding you to find your own solutions and strengths, and then also teaching you how to coach yourself once your program is over. Once your work together has come to a completion, coaching, if done correctly, will teach you to carry the process on even after your time together, so that you will continue coaching yourself for the rest of your life, and you can take it into every other area of your life. Because even though we're focusing on toxic relationships, what we're really working on is your whole being. It's bringing you back to life in more ways than one. So for example, my client Emma, okay, she felt totally overwhelmed and stuck after her breakup. So through coaching, we actually identified her core values and her passions. We set realistic goals, and we developed some strategies to rebuild her confidence and her self-worth. And today, Emma is thriving. She's pursuing her dreams and living a life really aligned with her true self. This is another thing. When you're in a toxic relationship, how many times have you just have you said something to the effect of I don't even know who I am, or I have no passions, or I don't even know what I like anymore? That's personally something that I said a lot. Now, so that's life coaching, life and wellness coaching. Okay. Now, wellness. Did I mention that we're looking at all your dimensions of wellness and different approaches to incorporate into bringing that to life as well. Now, breathwork is an incredibly powerful tool for healing and transformation. It's phenomenal. I had no idea how much benefit the type that I provide in my group sessions. I had no idea how much it was going to help myself and my clients, but it involves various breathing techniques designed to improve mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And this was something that I did intuitively after leaving my 10-year abusive marriage. I learned how to use my breath, just again, intuitively, how to use it to regulate my nervous system. And then when I learned that it was a thing, like that I wasn't just making it up, it was actually legit, it was awesome. And so we use some popular forms of breath work, including somatic breath work, which is what I do, pranayama, and holotropic breath work. Now, my sessions that I hold, one of the journey that we take is a combination of somatic breath work and holotropic breath work. Because holotropic really is a form of somatic breath work, but there are different types of each. I guess you could say that. Now, breath work, it helps, like I said, to regulate that nervous system. So you're going to reduce your stress, and you also release stored trauma from the body. Bessel van der Kolk wrote a book called The Body Keeps a Score. And if you are feeling at all like you need to understand what your body's doing after your toxic relationship, I highly recommend you check that book out, called The Body Keeps a Score. And it describes how the body holds on to trauma after a traumatic experience, whether it's complex or acute. And when we experience trauma, our bodies hold on to the emotional pain and the energy that happens in that moment or that extended period of time. And this can manifest in ways like tension and anxiety, and even some other physical symptoms. Reflux can be trauma. All right. So now breath work, it allows us to release the stored energy. And what it does is it promotes a sense of calm and balance, and it realigns our energy. And it helps to retrain and repattern some things in the brain that have been learned incorrectly because of the way that we had to deal with our trauma. So it's like a reset button. In fact, one of the sessions that I offer is called the reset. So it's about 20 minutes long. It's really cool. Well, one of the key benefits of breath work is the ability to help us connect with our inner selves. The first time that happened with me during a breathwork session, I actually didn't understand. I knew that that's what happened. I came out of it and I had a reflection with the group that I was with, and I said, I don't know how to describe this, and I don't know any other way to say it, and I don't even know what it means, but I connected to myself. Like I entered myself. And I thought I sounded crazy when I said that. But when I said this, so many other members of that group said the same thing, or patrons. This was one of the first times I'd ever done a somatic session, somatic journey. Some of the other patrons had been doing it for a while. Were like, yeah, absolutely. You may not know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying. It was a very profound moment. And I have really thoroughly enjoyed that connection. And so by focusing on your breath, what this does is we're able to quiet the mind and tune into the body. And the type of breath work that we do, it actually offers access to a deeper level of consciousness. Something that's even deeper than what you can get in meditation, just standard meditation. So this can be a really incredible healing property, a healing tool for those who are recovering from these toxic relationships, because it helps to restore a sense of safety and trust within yourself. Now, let's talk about how these two work together, how life and wellness coaching and breath work integrate together, and how they work to enhance your healing journey all together. My Freedom Project, I call a comprehensive approach, because we integrate these practices to provide a holistic approach that addresses the mind, the body, and the spirit. And if you remember, if you recall back to some of my other episodes, that is what we call the soma, the mind, the collective of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And that is what we're focusing on, is restoring your soma. So during coaching sessions, we start with a brief breath work, just a very calm, gentle grounding breath work exercise that can help you ground and center. And what that does is it makes it easier to focus and engage in the process. And breath work can also be used to manage anxiety and emotional triggers that may come up during the session. So you learn how to use it during your session, but then you also learn how to use it into your everyday life. It's not just while we're together. You get to learn how to incorporate it and integrate it into everyday life and stressful situations that come up. I'll give you another example. A client of mine, Laura, she found that incorporating breath work into our coaching sessions allowed her to process difficult emotions much more effectively than without. So by combining goal setting and action plans and breathwork techniques, she was able to really truly break free from her self-sabotaging patterns and build a healthier, more fulfilling life. Because quite often what we do is we get in our own ways. And so we need the coaching and the breath work to help us pull out from being in our heads and being in our own way and keeping us from moving forward. So this integrated approach is not only supports your emotional healing, but it empowers you to develop a deeper connection with yourself, fostering self-love, compassion, and resilience. So let's get practical. I want to share with you a few simple breathwork exercises that you can practice at home right now to help support you in your healing journey. Now, the first one is called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So get real comfortable, and you're going to inhale through your nose for a count of 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold for the count of 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale through your mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to repeat this cycle 4 to 8 times. So breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. 4, 7, 8, and repeating 4 to 8 times. Now the next one is called box breathing. This one is where you inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold at the top for a count of 4, exhale through your nose for a count of 4, and hold at the bottom for a count of 4. And you're going to, so 4, 4, 4, 4. All right, so let's try that one. Inhale through your nose for the count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Good. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold out, 2, 3, 4, and breathe normal now. And what you'll do is you will repeat this cycle for several minutes. I usually say for about 4, 5, 6 minutes, or until you feel like it's being effective. If it takes a little bit longer, then keep going. But in addition to breath work, consider journaling prompts to complement this practice. This is one of the things that we do in our breathwork journey. I always offer some journal prompts and cues for you to integrate this into your daily life. Because a lot of times during a breathwork journey, you'll gain a lot of clarity and you'll have some what we call downloads. So information that comes in during these breath holds and just during this clearing and repatterning phase, which is just the different patterns of breathing. Things come up, emotions are released, thoughts are had, and you might, for example, want to journal about what came up for you or what steps can I take to nurture my well-being today. Just journaling is always a great way to hold on to thoughts that come through. Finally, finding a qualified life and wellness coach like myself who incorporates breathwork into their practice can be incredibly beneficial. So look for coaches with certifications in both coaching and breathwork, and don't hesitate to ask about their approach and their experience. So it's so helpful when the coach uses what they teach. Okay, practice what they preach. So to wrap up, let's recap the key points from today's episode. We discussed the profound impact that toxic relationships can have on our well-being and how life and wellness coaching combined with breath work can support holistic healing. These practices offer personalized guidance, emotional release, and empowerment to reclaim your life. Now, I encourage you to take the first step towards healing by exploring these methods. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Reach out to a coach. Reach out to me. I'm certified in both. Try some breathwork exercises. Give yourself the grace and patience that you deserve, and give yourself the time to learn. I'd love to hear your experiences and questions, so please share them on my social media. It's at Lolo the Coach on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, or you can use the contact information provided in the show notes on this episode. Now, the next episode, we will dive into some very exciting stuff about self-care and empowerment. So I cannot wait to bring on our first guest, and we will, I can't wait to share it with you. So stay tuned, and we will see you soon. Fly high, my Phoenix friends. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that share button to give to a friend who could also use it.